Hello and welcome to episode 19 of Soccercraft. In between episodes, I finished up the unfinished mountain that I had at Kyoshi Island so that I can go inside of it and build up another farm. And today we're going to make a nether fungus farm. Now this is the second TNT farm in my world. The first one is my stone farm, but in between episodes when I was collecting all the stone that I needed to build up this mountain, I forgot that TNT dupers explode when you unload them, so I flew a little bit too far away from this and it exploded and I can't use it anymore. So I'm just glad that I had enough stone to finish that. And here's a bunch of the exploded pieces. I plan on rebuilding this, and then we're looking at a nether TNT based farm. So I think for this next nether tree farm, I'm going to avoid TNT duplication devices. So after doing a little bit of research, I found a really great design made by Tango Tech that doesn't use a TNT duper, and I think that's what I'm going to try to build in that mountain. Now, Tango doesn't exactly have a tutorial for this farm, so I'm going to try to figure it out based on his video on it, and the one cool thing about it is that it uses ancient debris. See, now ancient debris has a special feature about it where it is one of the only non-explodable blocks that can be moved by pistons. So I'm just going to grab a piston. And when I power this piston, it is able to move the ancient debris. Ancient debris and netherite blocks are the only non-explosive blocks that you're able to move with pistons, so that's going to be an important element of this farm. And I've chosen to use ancient debris for this farm because ancient debris is way cheaper than netherite blocks. So I'm going to go off and collect all the resources that I'm going to need to build up this farm, and I'm going to bring you guys back in when I'm ready to get started. And I got a little bit ahead of myself and went ahead and built up the main circuit of the farm. Now this is just for demonstration purposes. I still have a bunch of redstone to put underneath this, so I'm going to raise it up 5 or 6 blocks in a little bit. But for demonstration purposes, how this farm works is we have dispensers here. The dispensers on the bottom are dispensing into the nylium, and that will keep on growing stuff on it until it will eventually get a mushroom. And then the bone meal on top is going to grow this, and it is going to grow straight through the hoppers here like so. See, now the nether trees have a special feature that they're the only block that can grow through another block. So we're going to use this feature to grow the blocks through the hoppers so we can blow them up right above the hoppers. And we're going to waterlog slabs on top of the hoppers to protect the hoppers from the explosion. And that way we'll just collect all of the drops, and that should protect everything from the explosion. We're going to also need a bunch of obsidian around this, and we're going to need some TNT timing devices way up above the farm. The nether trees can go really big, like somewhere I think it's between 23 and 25 blocks, so we're going to have to be above that when building our TNT stuff. And then last but not least, through the center of the farm, we're going to have our ancient debris pushing a air block for the TNT to fall down, and the ancient debris is going to protect all of the sticky pistons that are holding the ancient debris in place. Oh, also the sticky pistons at the bottom are for bringing the stem block from here. The sticky piston will pull it back, and the regular pistons will push it up, putting it up to where it can be exploded by the TNT. Once again, this is a Tango Tech farm, so go check out his video if there's any more questions. And I'm going to go ahead and do my best to build up the farm, and I'm going to bring you guys back once I have all the actual redstone in place, and we'll show you it working. A quick update, and I have a lot of the bottom half of the redstone in place. And I did not figure this out on my own. I actually did find someone took Tango's video and they made a tutorial out of it. I'm going to have that video linked in the description as well. Make sure to check that out if you have any more questions. My design's a little bit different than theirs because I kind of started building it before I found their tutorial. So my platform up here where the water is a little bit bigger. So I had to move some of the bottom redstone around to squeeze it all in. But down here we have just a lot of pulse extenders and things to control the pistons, and this is the clock that controls it. I don't have any bone meal in yet, but we can... I have skeletons. So yeah, anyways, you can see that it's going. You can see the all the clocks are running. So if I did have bone meal in here right now, there would be nether trees growing up. So now I just need to think about the TNT stuff. And think about TNT stuff I did. I think I have everything in place. I did a few test runs without TNT and without bone meal. So now I guess it's just time to try this thing out. I put on some night vision so you would be able to see, and let's just head up here and put the TNT in place. Okay, so now all that should be left to do is turn on the system and hope for the best. Let's see, are we getting any trees? Oh, we're getting trees. Oh, it's pushing out a spot in the center. The first block is going. I think it's working. Oh. Alright, I repaired everything. Now let's give it another try, shall we? Okay, I'm nervous. For sure this time. Okay, so we got a tree. Let's see how the TNT goes, because that's what I'm worried about. Okay, there's the first TNT. Drop, please. Nope, didn't drop. That didn't sound good. Wait, did it? It did. I think it did drop. Did it work? I'm not in the best spot to stand if there's going to be another explosion. Okay, it's a visual. Okay, it's a visual glitch. Okay, it looks like everything is finally working with this farm. Let's give it another few runs. Alright, and if we look in our storage containers, are we getting... Okay, we're starting to collect shroom lights and work stems. Let's see, it looks like we're getting bogged down by nether wart blocks somewhere in the system. So if I turn it off, we should start collecting the warp stems and the shroom blocks into the chests. So this farm is running great. The only limiting factor right now is the bone meal situation. This machine absolutely chews through bone meal, so I don't have enough bone meal to even start filling up my chests yet. The only real source of bone meal I have right now is my sugarcane farm running into the composter, and I have extended out the sugarcane farm in between clips to add a few extra layers, but I still can't keep up with the bone meal, so I'm gonna have to give it a proper test a little bit later. And as you can see in that montage, I went out skeleton hunting and I found a skeleton spawner. So I've just been sat here grinding up skeletons, collecting bones, and taking the bone meal over to the AFK fungus farm. And we've just been blasting away fungus trees, and we have collected a fair bit of the nether tree wood already. I've got about that amount in both chests, and we have a few shroom lights. We don't get too much shroom lights from this farm. Actually, speaking of the farm, it's not a perfect farm. You get a lot of loss. The explosions can sometimes break the blocks before you can collect them, but that's okay. I don't like to go for fully 100% efficient farms in the single player world. I'm the only person using the resources, so I just like making the farms that are the most fun and interesting to me. And besides, this farm out is working great. So now I'm going to collect up all of these stems, and I can actually continue with the Nether Hub project. Alright, looks like I'm all stocked up on all of my Nether Hub supplies that I need to build, so I can go ahead and jump into another Nether Hub time-lapse. And we finished placing our Nether Hub floor everywhere that we need it spawn proof for the gold farm. So we extended it out this way and we cleared a spot right underneath our nether hole so we can easily fly up to the gold farm whenever we need to. And we also expanded towards my end nether portal. Now that these areas are spawn proof, I shouldn't have to worry about the rates of the gold farm for a while. I'm just going to have to make sure that when I do tear away the rest of this wall to place down glass, or it's just going to be wrecking the gold farm's rates. And I've been thinking of starting to do some live streaming, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested in seeing that. I figure we could do some live streaming of me working on the Nether Hub because it's such a big project and it's just so much time, and I thought we could hang out and you could ask me some questions and we can just, you know, chill on stream for a bit. Oh, we could chat about all types of things. I don't know, Minecraft, Avatar: The Last Airbender, just to name a few. And speaking of that gold farm, now seems like a perfect opportunity to repair my pickaxe. And with that, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I know today's episode's a little bit shorter than usual, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. It took a lot of time to do all the time lapses, building up the mountain, making that farm took me actually a few days. But we got a lot of work done today, and that's what matters. We now have ourselves set up to be able to collect all the resources that we need to make our Nether Hub really easily now that we have all of the librarians to sell us glass. And now that we have that Nether Tree farm, we can collect all of the kind of cyan resources pretty easily. Sand and gravel for the concrete isn't really that big of a deal. I'm just going to fly out to a desert or a gravel biome. And once again, if you guys would be interested in watching a stream, maybe help me do some design choices around Kyoshi Island, that could be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a lot of Nether Hub stuff coming up shortly. Just let me know down in the comments below, because I'd love to hang out with you guys and get to meet you. And I still have a lot of work to do on Kyoshi Island, and I don't think I can do it alone. So anyways, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing if you've made it this far in the video. And thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Water Tribe out.